guys. Do we have
Hello.
time for the rebranded random tavern fact of the day?
Gulp. Go on.
Random tavern fact of the day.
Go on.
Rebranded.
Yeah?
So basically, you guys know that I'm no longer part of the tavern and part of the Riptide instead. And the Riptide team was actually designed after Feinberg's all advancement speedruns, you know? So in this IBL season with Riptide together, we will be trying to all advancement speedrun IBL, okay?
Gulp. Does it mean a 12k?
So
is a 12k coming?
So for that, basically, there are gonna be random Riptide advancements of the day, which will be summarizing the last game days and what kind of advancements we were getting there. Okay, so our first Riptide advancement of the day is going to be the one that we need to go deeper. You know, because Deep's IGN used to be Deeper MC, and we told Deep that we need to go get in the car when we were snatching him away from Divine Rising. So yeah, we have one advancement done already. Let's go. We are on world record pace, guys.
This is
yeah.
awesome.
Go.
This is the best thing
Thank
ever.
you guys for listening to the random Riptide advancement of the day.
And thank you for that,
Awesome.
Scales. We
All
really
right.
appreciate it.
No, that's awesome. I love that. All right, Riptide, you are the home team.
Yeah.
This means you get the first ban. What are we gonna be banning today?
Well, there's one map which I really hate, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows I hate this map because I'm very vocal about it.
Go on.
So I am banning Spaceship.
Spaceship will be the first ban of the game. All right, the Arcane, you are the away team. This means you get the away ban. What is gonna be your first ban?
We're gonna ban Watermill.
Watermill is gone. All right, Riptide, it's your turn to pick the first map of the game.
This is gonna be a very, very unexpected pick as usual. We're gonna be picking Trenches first.
Trenches first. Trenches will be the
Yes.
first map of the game.
First pick.
Arcane, it's your turn to pick a map.
RG, what do we pick?
Can we go deliberate with our team, you know?
Yeah, you can, of
I don't
course.
think we're allowed to. Oh, we can? Oh, okay.
Last season you were. I hope nothing changed. I didn't check.
For now, I'm 100% on my predictions. By the way, map predictions.
All right, predictions. Oh, you're okay. That's awesome. Predictions.
No, before every game, I always try to predict what the opponent's gonna do in the V2. You know.
This is true.
I have been doing that every season.
I remember that.
The Arcane will be picking Slay.
Slay will be the second map played. All right, Riptide. It's your second ban of the game. What are you gonna be banning?
Okay, so the remaining maps are Courtyard, Graffiti, and
The Pumpkin Patch.
Pumpkin Patch, right?
Yes.
Okay, so basically, I'm pretty sure I know what the Arcane is gonna ban, so I get to decide between two maps which I wanna play, right? Yeah.
Go on.
Let's see. Do I wanna play that map or the other map? I am going to be banning. I'm banning Courtyard.
Courtyard is banned.
Gone.
All right,
Okay.
and the Arcane Academy. It's between Graffiti and Pumpkin Patch. What will you be banning?
Crunchy, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what's the ban?
Wait, hold on. Wait.
No, we're discussing. We're discussing.
Oh,
Yeah, let's do that, Crunchy.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. We'll ban Graffiti.
Graffiti is banned. This means Pumpkin
Nice. I
Patch.
love Quick Charge too.
If there is a map 3, we will see Pumpkin Patch being played. All right, and now Riptide. It's your roster. Who will you play today?
Thunder, did you almost say the Tavern?
No, I almost started with the Arcane because I'm a little silly.
Yeah, I thought you were almost gonna accidentally gonna say Tavern.
No.
because you have scales. It's still confusing for me as well. It's fine. So yeah, today for the Riptide, we are going to be having Celestine. We're gonna be having Nudley. We're gonna be having Deep. We're gonna be having It's the Nathan, and we're gonna be having Scales the Riptide.
So that's the full
A-League
roster for the
roster.
A-League.
And I literally needed to think about it and just focus on not to say Scales the Tavern, by the way.
Gulp.
I almost said it. I almost said it.
Alright, and for the Arcane, what will be your roster for today?
We're gonna have Grungy, CC Frog, Dr. Legend 25, Boilera, and myself.
So it's also the full roster for the Arcane. Alright, I don't think the mod is ready for this
Amazing.
season, so
No,
I don't think we
either.
have to do that.
Yeah, if I need to do that, then I need to switch versions because 0.5 cannot do the mod.
Gulp. Alright. Then, that's everything being said. Now we're gonna go back into KCBC, so good luck to both teams.
It's my
Like-
party, by the way.
Wow.
Hello.
What a map selection.
I really like this map pool. I really like this map for this map pool for this game.
Listen, all I want to see is I want a Pumpkin Patch Decider more than anything. I want
Me
to see
too.
Pumpkin Patch get played. I
Oh.
know that there are some crazy strats that can be ran on that map and a lot of aggressive takes. So being able to see a Pumpkin Patch live would be cinema.
It would be great. Oh my god. But we also have Trenches and Slay. Trenches,
Yeah.
with Skulls and Riptide, Skulls a very predominant Trenches player. Interesting how that team will do.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. That was a very surprising first pick, I feel, at least in my opinion. But
This
I
is
feel like we
true.
should also, real quick, just talk about the team that we haven't actually touched on, the Arcane.
Hold on, because that's the
So
ready
just-
check and we're already queuing.
We're already queuing. Wow,
So
these
we're-
teams are locked and loaded. We're ready to get into map 1. Here we go,
Map
everyone.
1 Trenches. Let me run the cinematic. I'm excited to see this game. I'm excited for this.
I mean, I feel like Riptide picked this for a reason. They must have been cooking something up to actually have so much confidence in their Trenches pick.
I agree. I hope my glowing is working. I'm sure it is. But for now we have Skulls, Nathan, Nothing, and Celestine for Riptide, and Frog, Boilera, Dr. Legend 25, and Pokemon Master for the Arcane. And my glowing is working. This is the best thing ever. Now we're ready to get into round 1. It's game opener, round 1 Trenches. Here we go. We see popping that poison fully hitting Dr. Legend 25. And already seeing crush shots getting sent. It's the Nathan on 2.5. We might see a push. And here comes the orb. It's gonna hit no one. Here comes a push for the Arcane. And Cell is gonna drop. And Fox still going in. 2.5. They drop. And so does Dr. Legend. It's a 1v3 for Boiler on full HP. Really winnable. On crossbow. And Boyle is gonna drop to Nutley, and that's round 1 for Riptide.
Wow. I think that at the start there, it was looking like Arcane may have had the advantage, taking some good space left side and actually being able to isolate a duel. But unfortunately, it seemed like whether it was nerves in the calm, it might have been that each player was individually trying to take a duel instead of actually going for a trade on each other, which led a Riptide to actually be able to take that first round pretty easily.
This is true. I agree. I think the Arcane played that not as optimally. I think they kept taking 1v1s, unfavorable 1v1s. And now we'll see. It's
Still,
1-0 for Riptide.
Yeah, still some good early pushes from Arcane, so I'm hoping to see more out of that.
That potion is gonna hit no one from Skulls, and Celestine is already shot once. Celestine is shot twice, has to hide 3.5. But Dr. Legend 25 drops to Skulls. And now it's number advance for Riptide. Here comes the push. That advance hits no one. It's Nathan going in. Pokemon on 1.5 has to hide. Pokemon drops, and everyone drops in an instant. And that's round 2 for Riptide.
That was a fast round. I mean, like, after Dr. Legend gets dropped there, that spawn orb that gets thrown was so good. So much value was done, and they were easily able to take space towards mid, and just you get a free 4v3 down in their spawn.
This is true. Really well-timed orb for Riptide. Really what I was expecting with Skulls from the team. Skulls the orb demon, I will say. We'll see if the Arcane change anything up. I think they have potential to do something, to make something happen. They are
Yeah.
getting good
Like
arrow
we saw,
value.
like we saw in round 1 as well, they were taking some aggressive pushes, so we might see more of that coming into this third round.
We'll see. Frog already shot once. Decides to not go for the orb. And here comes the push! Celestine drops to Boyle. And now it's a 3v3. Dr. Lane's gonna drop to Nathan, but it's a trade. I know it's a 2v2. Pokemon Master on 1.5. Nathy also on 1.5. Nathy drops to Boyle on the crossbow, and it scales with bow in a 1v2. Has to go for the kill. Doesn't see Boyle from behind. Gets one, but drops to Boyle. And now the Arcane is on the board.
That was a much better played round by Arcane, I feel. How they got that early aggression off the blind orb, took space left, got a pick right, and then just fully played trades after that. It was a very good round from them. And I think we might see that Scales tries to adapt to that by having some counter aggression of their own early.
This is a really well coordination by the Arcane. I hope to see more of that. I'm ready, and I hope to see a response for Riptide. Let's see what they cook up. Maybe they go for an early aggress, as you mentioned. Let's see how that works out. Now it's round 4 trenches. No pre-shots land. That poison is gonna hit Boyle and Frog for 1 heart each. And it's a 3-stack for Riptide, and here they come. Here comes the push. And Frog drops. That orb gonna do damage to Nathan. Nathan on 1.5 drops. Now it's nothing from behind, gonna drop. And it's a 2v2. Dr. Leggin drops to Bow. And now it's Boyle on crossbow, full HP. Celestine and Skulls, both healthy. Skulls half HP. Boyle gets a shot on Skulls. Skulls being too exposed. Boyle goes in, tries to get a kill. But Celestine gets a kill.
I absolutely love that adjustment call from Riptide there. Instantly after Arcane played aggressive, they called a 3-1 split and ran it down the left side. They got a free pick, and after that, they could just play passive and make sure they got their trades. And that was a free round for Riptide.
That is exactly what happened, and it worked wonders for Riptide. Now we have to see the Arcane respond to that. Let's see how they manage. But Riptide, map point to take it to Slay with a 1-0 advantage.
No timeout coming in either.
This is
They
true.
must have something in mind.
Round 5 trenches. Here we go. And Dr. Lane 25 full hit by Orb. And here comes Pokemon Master. Celestine weak, runs away, goes straight for Skulls. Nathan drops to Boyle. And now it's a 2v2, it's a 1v2. And the Arcane just, what is that? Really fast round.
That round was absurd. I wanted to comment on the good poison orb that was thrown. I think it hit Dr. Legend for almost 2 hearts there, which is actually some pretty decent value for a poison. But after that, they didn't care about any damage they'd taken. They fully ran it down, and that completely caught Riptide off guard, causing Arcane to win that round pretty convincingly.
This is true. Riptide still getting a convincing 2v2, but with the damage and the webs, there was nothing to be done. And the Arcane just could creep in to get the win. And now it's 3-2 for Riptide. Round 6 trenches. Here we go. And that poison orb is gonna do good damage. The Arcane all stacking one side, taking big arrow damage. And getting stuck in their push. Boyle dropping to an orb. They're all on 7 HP. That poison is gonna land on nothing for some damage. And here comes Celestine, gets 1. Pokemon Master drops. Celestine is saved. And it's a flawless for Riptide.
What a map. I saw the vision with what Arcane was trying to doing, but as you could see, Riptide noticed that very quickly, played back, and got so many cross shots that push just could have never happened.
This is true. Really good response for Riptide. They saw the push and they just pelted them with arrows.
Yeah.
There was nothing to be done. That orb kill too on Boiler, I think it was.
Beautiful counterplay from Riptide, and first map goes to them. I see why they picked this map. Scouts definitely has a lot of good calls on this map, because wow, that was... Every round they won seemed pretty dominant. I can't lie.
This is true. The Arcane had some counterplay, but for last round it just didn't work out. And now we're gonna see Dip in for Nathan on Riptide and Crunchy in Dr. Legend out for the Arcane.
I mean, we're going to Slay next, and this is one of my personal favorite maps when it comes to strats that can be played. So I'm ready to see what both teams are about to call on this map.
This is true. I used to be a big Slay hater. But now recently, I've been playing it a lot. I think I like the map. I think it's a good map. I am no longer a Slay hater.
I mean, before we get into the map though, I think we need to talk about some of these Arcane players, because looking at this roster, it seems like there's only one player that has previous A-League experience coming in, with two players being complete rookies to the IBL.
This is true. Pokemon Master being a B-League demon last season, being moved up to A-League. That's a ready check. Crunchy, Crystally, Boiler, and Dr. Legend. I think it's only Crystally who has A-League experience. Or am I crazy? Am I just wrong?
Yeah. I think only Crystally was the player in A-League. You might be right about that.
This is true. And now, that's a ready check called. I think everyone's ready, maybe, potentially, hopefully.
Yeah, it looks like we're about to be sent into the second map, and let's see if Arcane can actually bounce back here. Oh, one's actually missing.
Oh, gulp. Personally, I still want to see a Pumpkin Patch win. I still want to see a Pumpkin Patch map 3.
Me too. I mean, like, what? This is Arcane's map pick. They could be cooking something up on the Slay. We can never count anyone out in the IBL.
This is true. And to add to that, the Arcane had some good counterplay.
100%.
On Trenches, on Riptide's map pick. So I believe they have good strength going into Slay. So that's a ready check. That's a Q. I'm gonna cue the cinematic for Slay. I'm excited to see
Second
this map.
Arcane versus Riptide. Here we go. Starting on Slay.
This is true. And let's see. Let's actually follow the Arcane on this beginning of the round. I want to see what they do. I want to see what they're up to be so confident on this map pick.
I feel like most likely, since it's their map pick and they're trying to gain confidence after that first loss, they might try and do something extremely aggressive on this first round of Slay.
I would believe that. That might be something that happens. But now it's round 1 Slay. Here we go. And we see 3 players play spawn. Here comes the push deep on 1 speed drop. Scrungy on 3 is gonna get pushed by Guys, no! They run away! And Boyle drops to Nutley. And now it's a 3v3. Frog taking a shot and Crunchy dropping 2 skulls. It's a 3v2. And here comes the push. Here comes Nutley on 2. It's a 1v1 for Pokemon 1.5. Can they do it? It's Celestine going in. Pokemon has to run. Celestine can't get the hit. And Pokemon gets shot. And that's round 1 for Riptide.
So, as you saw there, Arcane actually did get that opening pick with Crunchy fully running down deep. But the issue happened when Crunchy was so committed up. Riptide sent three of their players towards that right side up Water Tower and instantly got the trade. After that, all of Arcane got split up and they just played the 3v3 perfectly in that scenario.
This is correct. I'm not too sure what was happening on that push because they went to spawn. They went to Riptide spawn and there was no one there. It was a 1v2 upright.
I'm assuming Arcane called for a crunch, but it seemed like after that everything just fell apart.
It seems like, and let's follow the Riptide this time around. 2 players playing spawn. Nutley dodges the orb. Oh, it's a 1v1 and a 2v2. Here comes Pokemon. Pokemon gets hit down. Wasting the orb for safety measure. And now it's just a bow battle. Crunchy dropped too deep. So Arcane with a number deficit. And Frog drops to deep again. And here comes the fill. And Riptide just wins. Round 2.
Once again, as you can see, Arcane tried running the exact same thing where they get a double shot on deep and then instantly Krungi tries to send it to get a pick. But I think that was actually Riptide's plan the entire time. They fully baited Q Deep to where they could get a shot, an orb, and then Q Deep runs in and gets a crit. They get the opening pick and they secure number advantages, which leads them to an easy round win and a fill at a 4v2.
This is correct. The Arcane really needs to change something up. They need to start winning. It's 2-0 right now. On their map pick Slay. That orb is gonna hit no one. Deep, half a heart down. Frog on 3, Frog jump to Skulls! With the angle. Grungy getting shot. And here comes the push, the Celestine push. There's 2 fights going on. Cell drop, Deep drop. And now it's a 2v2. Can the Arcane bring it back? Pokemon on 7 and Grungy on 2. Here comes the field pressure. Skulls committing to the fill. No one's got there. And Skulls gets a fill for free.
It's the full fill. Wow. I mean, like, if you look, Riptide keeps getting so much value of having 1 or 2 players in spawns. Scales having that insane angle from spawn, just being able to get shots on right side for Arcane. That gives them the opening pick. Arcane wins individual duels to bring it back to a 2v2, but the committed fill from Scouts, without even thinking about it, wins Riptide the round.
I'm surprised no one got there in time. Pokemon Master was healthy, really close to middle, and they just decided to not go in.
It must have just been muddy comms. It's unfortunate, but it's what happens sometimes when your team is down.
It is. That's an orb spawn, forcing Riptide to move away from spawn. Again, no, because here comes Nutley. Fully baiting out Boyle and going for the kill. And Frog drops to Cell. But Grungy gets a drop on pick on Deep. And now it's a bow fight. Pokemon drops to Cell. And now it's a 2v1 for the Arcane. Celestine gets 1. It's a 1v1. Boyle on full HP with crossbow. And Cell playing down. Jump boost also full HP. Here comes the field pressure. Boyle has to make something happen. Drops. And now it's a fight. Celestine wins it for the game.
4-0 for Riptide on Arcane's maps pick. Absolutely insane.
That was a Celestine ace? Yes, it was Celestine ace.
Wait. What a round for Celestine. Absolutely incredible. GG's to Riptide. What a game.
Really well played. Like Riptide, really strong roster, showing their dominance in their first game of the season.
Yeah, showing that they are a team that wants to win it all. They have the passion, they have the players, and they have that drive.
This is correct, going 8-2 on their first game. A really strong roster. Celestine going 6-1 on Slay, and the Arcane going 4-0, getting flawless on their own map pick. Interestingly, doing better in Trenches, which was presumably Riptide's best map. Now, when the stats are ready, could we get a stats? Yep, maybe, potentially, hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, stats are in.
Stats are in. Pig is having. Do you want to do the honors?
I can't lie. I don't have the stat sheets up.
Gulp.
Gulp.
It's fine because I found them, so I can do the stats yep for today's game. Which on the side of the Arcane, Crystally going 2-10, Dr. Legend 25 going 2-5, only playing 1 map, Pokemon Master going 4-7, Crunchy 4-3, and Boilera 7-8. And now on the side of Riptide, the winning team, Q-Dip going 2-3. It's the Nathan playing going 4-3. Odd Nutley going 9-5. Celestine 9-4 and Skulls 9-4 too. Really strong performance from Skulls, Celestine, and Nutley. All 3 going 9 kills.
Only ridiculously. That's absurd. You can tell that this team relies so heavily on team play. Their calls are just so good.
Their team
It's absolutely
coordination,
insane.
their team plays. It was all almost perfect from Riptide today.
Are we going to get any interviews at all?
Are we going to get any interviews? This is true. Does any team want to do interviews? I'm gonna ping them and ask. Riptide. Okay. So let's see if they want to do any interviews. But in the meantime, I personally thought that Riptide would win this, and you know it did happen. Skal said sure to an interview, so I'd be down. So Crunchy too. So how about we go to Casters 2 and we do the interview pick?
Yeah, let's do it.
So I did not really want to
Hello.
interrupt you guys.
Hello,
So
Skal.
that's why I waited for you guys to just, move me in or, So,
Yeah. No,
That's
no worries,
fine.
man. No worries. Well, I just want to say, what an absolute game. First of all, your trenches pick really paid off. We saw some insane both aggression plays and also playing passive to make sure that. Oh wait, can you? The stream's echoing from your mic. I'm sorry.
Wait, what's happening? What's going on? Sorry.
Yeah,
The
from
stream
my
is
mic,
echoing.
my
Yeah,
mic.
from Scouse's mic.
I
Yeah. All good. Sorry. Okay, but your trenches was absolutely amazing. You had some really good aggressive plays and also some really good passive plays. When you let Arcane run into you, you just get cross shots and you take that free win. What made you so confident in your trenches? What was it? How much did you practice this map?
Well, the thing is, we have practiced every map equally, every scrim replay, every map, But the main thing is, like, immediately you look at this roster, you see Scales, you see Nathan, you see Nudley. That's literally immediately 3 trenches merchant people, right? And then the thing is, this was even perfect for us because, a lot of predictions were like, Deep's gonna carry the team, Deep is even washed or something, this team's not that great. And so, that's why I wanted to pick trenches because Deep does not play trenches. He hates the map. So, if we can beat them without Deep, then they're gonna be demoralized for map 2. And that's what exactly happened.
That's a
hundred
interesting
percent.
But that
logic.
was calculated. And trenches play just usual trenches play, Scales magic as usual on trenches, so nothing new. And the teamwork is actually amazing with his team. Like, we're completely in sync with each other. We still need to improve a lot though, okay?
I mean,
would
like,
not say I would not say we're the best team yet. I'm not egotistical. We're still yet to improve, but we can be the best team in the league, okay?
I like
still
that
need to improve a
confidence.
lot,
I
though.
do like the
But
confidence.
but this is an amazing first match to start our Season 5 carriers here as Riptide. As a new org, and
Yeah.
yeah.
And just talking about going back to what you said about team play, I just want to say that like your team play on Slay was absolutely incredible. There's so many times where you got to crunch towards that staircase side, and even that play where you're baiting Q deep to actually get 2 shots onto the person aggressing them to get an opening pick was absolutely insane. Like, I'm assuming you did the calling on that map, right?
I IGL every map which I play.
Yeah.
So,
Which
basically if you're talking about the round where I completely cross mapped from one corner of the map to another, I honestly was just suppressing fire there. Because Deep said he was lit down, that means okay, I gotta throw my orb. I gotta make sure Deep does not die. So I started suppressive firing, because no one really likes to do suppressive fires. It's when you basically just yeet arrows in a direction, so the opponent cannot kill your teammate, basically. And then basically the opponent just walked into the suppressive fire and I got a kill. And I'm happy, It worked out. It is a team play, as you said.
Yeah, it's a team play, and the fact that you can do that so coordinated, so on the fly, it's crazy to me. So
I have an amazing team. What can I say? I love this
Oh,
team.
yeah.
And the team plays were there.
I
The
could
team
tell.
coordination was there. Really amazingly played.
Heck yeah.
But now,
Honestly, I would have loved to play some Pumpkin Patch 2 as well. I just want
Yeah.
to Charge 2 crossbow. I love that map as well. Maybe another time. And
Yeah.
maybe another time we can help contribute into Skullhead eating a ghost pepper. He's still at 0/10, unfortunately.
that's really interesting. Now, Crunchy also said that they'd be down for an interview.
Okay.
Do we have time?
needs
Because I
to
know
be
there's
break-
another game.
Oh, right, there
starting
is
next minute.
another game. What is the
Crunchy
next
does
game?
not have game stuff.
Oh, there is a
Dragon.
game in 10 minutes.
Oh
Then
shit.
Yeah.
maybe we can get a quick interview, but most
Yeah.
likely it'll just be like a really short
Yeah,
and
I'm
we'll
just,
end
I'm just, I'm
stream.
just gonna say before I go, thank you guys for the work, the hosting, the stats keeping, the casting, and the streaming. Amazing work, guys. Thank you. Without you guys, IBL would not be a thing. And a huge shout out to all the Riptide fans out there in chat, cheering us on. Thank you, fans. Thank you for choosing us as your team to support. We love you all, fans. Okay.
So
Equal.
wholesome. So wholesome and so
Thank you,
awesome.
Scales.
Thank you guys
We
for
really
the
do
game.
appreciate you.
See you later, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, I'm getting word from production that the game has been canceled. And the next game is not for another hour.
Gulp. Then we have time. We have all the time in the world for an interview. So can we
Yeah.
get Crunchy in here? They need to get dragged.
Yeah, we need Crunchy to join some VC.
Yeah, I don't think I have dragging perms. Yeah, I do not.
Oh,
I do.
Okay, that's
Okay.
nice. That's
Yeah.
nice.
then we just need Crunchy to get into a...
Hello, Crunchy. Welcome to the
Hello.
SFVC.
What?
Welcome to the Casters VC. I mean, like, you had a rough first game, I feel, and you went against a team that has a lot of good team play, and your team has a lot of new players. So I feel like it was already an uphill battle from the start. How did you feel about that going into the game?
I think we were confident, but we just one problem with our team is we don't have the greatest schedule because Pokemon's still in school. Yeah, we all know Frog. Doc was away for a while, so we just
Yeah.
we hadn't developed many strats. We weren't as practiced as we should have been. So I think that's the main reason we lost. It's just like team like that with Scouts, they're gonna be very strat heavy. They just
100%.
they knew what they were doing. We were more just
Yeah.
play out how it goes.
That
I
is
mean, like, if
unfortunate.
there's one thing I can say though, I want to do compliment your trenches because I think you guys did play an actually really well trenches, even though that was Riptide's like comfort pick. It seemed like you had a lot of rounds where you were taking a lot of aggressive pushes and you were getting that opening pick. Like you definitely have a lot of potential as a team.
Yeah, I think on trenches because I wasn't playing, but I watched. I think just the teamwork could have been better. Like the
Mhm.
individual skills there. It's just again
Yeah.
this comes with practice. I saw a lot of people take 1v1s and they did not get traded out. And I think it happens. It's definitely something we'll improve on in the future.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Your team, I think, is a team that can do quite good in the IBL. I think you guys are a strong
Quite a lot
roster.
of damage.
Yeah, thank you.
I think you guys just need a little bit more time to cook, and when you're given that time, you're gonna fry 100%.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Mhm.
We will be winning.
I love that confidence. That's what we want to hear.
That's what we want to hear from each and every team.